It's that time again. The Letter Carriers Food Drive is back, and they want your help to stamp out hunger. Here with more is Janine Joy with United Way, also George Shasha with Letter Carriers Food Drive, and Richard LeBur with Harry Chapin Food Bank. Good morning. Great to have you guys back.
Good morning, Stephanie.
This one's a big one. This is the 25th annual food drive, George, and you were telling us kind of an interesting story along the way and how it all got started.
Well, in 1990, in Phoenix, Arizona, they did a food drive that they had been doing for years.
Yeah.
But they figured they would try to get a little advertising. So they went to the papers and to the television camera crews, and they got some advertising together, and it was a huge hit. So they got word of this in Washington, D.C., and they did a pilot food drive the following year with 10 cities, and that was huge. So then by 1992 it went national, and that's what we have today.
Which is the nation's largest single-day food drive, so pretty incredible, and
yes,
we are making, I know, quite a difference in the community. Why did you guys decide to partner up with this organization, with Harry Chapin Food Bank and United Way here?
Oh, because this is the greatest food drive that we do. Last year, this food drive brought in almost 300,000 pounds of food in one day.
My goodness.
So this is our largest food drive of the year, and we just love partnering with the Letter Carriers and with the United Way.
Yeah. Well, what about United Way? Why did you guys want to help?
We're involved with this because this is such a huge effort that the Letter Carriers cannot pick up all the food by themselves.
We need some extra
their
muscle
trucks,
in there.
yes, their trucks aren't quite big enough, so we need volunteer drivers to go out and help on the routes and pick up food. And then also, once the food gets back to the post office, Richard and the Harry Chapin Food Bank have hundreds of thousands of pounds of food to sort through.
Yeah.
So we also need sorters for the food drive as well. So volunteers are a very important part of this, as well as people putting that food out by the mailbox.
Yeah.
But I really encourage everybody to get involved and volunteer, because that's my Mother's Day gift every year. My son actually volunteers with me and goes out. We go out on a route, then we go out to a late lunch afterwards, and it's quality time, and he knows that he's made a difference in our community and has helped. So it's a great way to get involved.
I love that. Well, helping other families and certainly other mothers out there who need the help. So what a great idea, great way to spend Mother's Day. So George, help us out. What do we need to do when you guys are ready to pick up that food? What should we be putting by the mailbox? When do we need it out there?
I'm glad you asked. Well, you might have gotten one of these reminder cards in your mailbox, just to remind you. And at some point this week, you should be getting one of these bags.
Okay.
Okay, with our Stamp Out Hunger logo. What we'd like you to do is fill it up with non-perishable food, canned food, dry food if you got. Of course, we'd rather have protein-rich food. If you can have tuna or peanut butter, that's ideal. And fill it up and put it by your mailbox, and your letter carrier or one of our volunteers will pick it up. If you have more than one bag in your cupboard, and I'm sure you do, I know I have maybe 1,000 Publix bags in mine. Fill as many as you can and leave them out there. You can't give too much. You really can't. It's the easiest way to help, and you really can't give too much.
And this is going to be May 13th. We've got that information on your screen. Stamp Out Hunger.
The day before Mother's Day.
The day before Mother's Day, the 25th annual National Letter Carriers Food Drive. And again, you can see some of these canned good items. You said protein-rich food, but you can see a good idea of what you can put by the mailbox right here. But thank you so much. And as we close here, you know, if someone wants to volunteer, and what can they do as we go to break here?
The best way is to call the United Way Volunteer Center, 433-2000, and just press option 9, and we will get you connected whether you want to be a sorter or a driver. We would really love to have your help.
Thank you all so much. And for more information, head to our website, fox4morningblend.com.